What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Iron Invasion episode number 3. Now, as always, if you guys haven't seen episode 1 or episode 2, I'll put a link in the description. But if you guys are ready for episode number 3, then please continue to watch, and we'll start out with the first clip. And finally made it to our first Barrows chest, and we're gonna get... Ooh, there we go. Yes, actually, that's great. Okay, that's actually really good. That's a Varrock's helm. That is actually really good. I don't usually get too happy about items, but that's very, very good for my account. I can now get rid of this Dragon Med piece of crap and wear some tier 70 armor. That's actually not bad, actually, because it has the prayer bonus as well. So that's not a bad drop, really. I would have preferred maybe a mid piece, but that'll work. We finally have a tier 70 helm. Not a bad way to start off my little bit of a Barrows run here, and let's go see what else we can pull out of that chest. Alright, so on to the next chest, and while running through the tunnels, I attacked a rat, actually, and got level 78 Constitution, or HP, for those of you who like to name it Constitution or HP, whatever you want to call it. And along with that, we also got level 95 Combat, which is great, because that brings me close to level 110, which I need level 110, I believe, in order to... Oh, we do Mighty Fall. In order to use the Ancient Cavern Slayer Master, which their name escapes me. But I believe I need 110 Combat for them at level 75 Slayer. Is that something that rings a bell to anybody? Ancient Cavern 110 Combat. 110 Combat, not Slayer, if I said that wrong. Either way, let's see if our Varrock helm gives us some more luck, and no. But, oh well, let's go on and we'll do another chest. And on to the next chest after killing off Arams, and we get... bolt racks. And our next chest, we're going to get... Pop into the chest. What do we get? We got bolt racks. Oh well, more bolt racks for us. And on to our next chest, which is going to be my last one for a little bit because I've run out of strength potions. We get more bolt racks. What do you know? We'll go do some Slayer now, though, and I'll meet you at my first task. So, finished off my Lesser Demon task. It was not much from that task, obviously. And we'll go get another one, and we're going to go kill next. We have Harpy Bug Swarms. Again, we're not going to get much from that task, so I'll just quickly go through here, and we'll go on to the next one. Alright, so... the task of Harpy Bug Swarms obviously complete, and we didn't get anything from it, so we're gonna go find another task if we can find where. There we go. Find this little person, and we'll go and get a task, and we're gonna go to Infernal Mages. Sounds good to me. Let's see if we can get another. What was it called then? There, the wizard top hat thing. There, what was it called? Mystic top hat. Mystic hat. All right, let's go there. So, as you expected, we didn't get anything from those mages, so let's go get another task, and we're going to have to go kill basilisks. Now, again, not expecting much from these anyways, but we might as well go kill them for some decent XP. So, after that basilisk task, I'm actually deciding to go and do... How the hell did I get there? There we go. Not sail. Sell. No, sail. There we go. I thought it said sell. I'm actually going to go do some dungeoneering. I want to get my Bone Crusher and Charming Imp eventually. Obviously, it's going to help with some of my skills, obviously, prayer and summoning. So I decided I want to go and get those. I'm not too fussed on getting Chaotic Weapon React at the moment. Maybe in time I will get it, but there are weapons that obviously supersede those, so... I'm probably not going to go for them right away. I do want to get them as a side goal, but in terms of actual usability, I'll most likely pass them by getting 96 Slayer eventually on the account and getting the 85 drops, or maybe eventually going for your tier 90s. But for the time being, I'm actually going to do some dungeoneering, since it is 1 and I probably do need to get it up. And we'll work our way towards Bone Crusher and Charming Imp at some point. Obviously not in this episode, but eventually at some point we will obtain those items. So, after dungeoneering for, well, what seems like forever, I started last night, probably did about 6 hours worth, and then I finished off today with, I don't know how much worth of dungeoneering. I got 62, which is enough to actually get the, what was I going for again? Bone Crusher. I needed 34,000 tokens, so 340,000 XP would have done it, which is right around 61, 62 or so, and we got it right here. So, now we got our Bone Crusher, which is great. Obviously will help us get our prayer up rather quickly, and will help us out on our Slayer task. But first dungeoneering item bought is the Bone Crusher on the Iron Man, and I just spent way too much time dungeoneering, but it was something that we had to do. And I had an Ever Inspector task and got 79 strength actually without realizing it. And picking up some charms and some, not charms, but some clue scroll rather, and some herbs and whatnot through this task, so I'll get this clue scroll done probably after this task is over with. Alright, so Aberrant Inspect task is done, got a bunch of herbs and snake grass and a few little gems here and there. We have that clue scroll, so I'm going to go ahead and try to complete it, and we'll see how far we can get with it before we either have to drop it or we can finally get some loot. And first step, and we already can't finish it, so we're just going to drop it here. because we can't get over to that little island that's up there, so I'm just going to forget about it and go back to some more Slayer tasks. So I had a Cuirass task actually, and I ended up with another hard clue scroll and a bunch of other gems and random stuff I should have brought Elk Ruins for, but instead of just Elk Ruins, I'm going to go ahead and actually try to do this clue now that I just dropped one. Maybe I'll have some better luck with this one. And one step into it, and we already have to drop it because I can't get to Brain Death Island, I believe it is. So we're just going to drop it right here anyways and hope for the best in our next one. And getting through a bit of a grunt worm task, we actually got a Slayer level 78. Now we can go kill Aqua Knights, which are nice because they drop the range AME, which is pretty good. But aside from that, I believe they dropped some decent seeds and herbs and such. So nice little bit of progress being made on our Slayer grind. So I've been doing a bit more playing than recording. Sorry about that. I haven't actually updated you guys on any levels in a little bit. So I've been actually arranging a few of my tasks. I'm now 64 range, 79 strength. I don't know if I've already recorded that one or not. 78 Slayer, getting on towards 79. I have a few tasks done off my recording, and we're going to get another task with Blood Veld, which I'm going to do anyways. It's another range task. I'm trying to get my range up to 70 before I get 80 strength, although it doesn't really make a difference. I'm mostly using this Slayer Master because I want to get 80 in all my combat stats before I go on to a different one, and trying to get 110 combat so I can just go down to the Ancient Cavern in order to start doing the Slayer tasks from Cyrodiil? Is that her name? Her name's not Cyrodiil. It might be Cyrodiil. Either way, I want to go down there into the Ancient Cavern, use that Slayer Master when I do finally reach 110 combat. So I'm going to end up getting that down on the Slayer Master down here. But now we got a Blood Veld task, and I should probably go do that. Now arrange it, and maybe get a range level in the process. So wasn't really paying attention, and ended up with like 65 range because I was doing a clue scroll and killed a Zamorak Wizard. So 65 range, and we can now we're third age because we're going to get that from this hard clue scroll coming up next. Well, not exactly third age, but I'll take a couple of bandit camp teleports will help me in doing my next clues and rune pickaxe and stuff to Elk, I suppose. And we just got level 80 strength, so that means I can now start training on defensive. Bringing that up to level 80 now momentarily once we start on the... Well, actually, now I can start doing it right now with my leaf bladed spear. So 80 strength now is obtained, and I'm about to hit 50 prayer, I believe, with this bone crusher now making my prayer gains a little bit more. It's actually not that bad. Been elking a few little things at this Cuirass task as well, slowly making our way towards almost actually 80 Slayer. Well, level and a half off still, but not actually too bad. So on to the defense grind, and I will continue doing my Slayer task, and we'll see what happens. And here comes my 50 prayer, which I was thinking was coming right away, and that gave me a combat level. No, it did not. It just gave me a lot of fireworks. Why is there so many fireworks? I don't know why. Either way, 50 prayer. So we're working on 70, I believe I'm going for Piety. And decided to do a couple of barrow chest runs early this night, and our first chest is going to get us nothing. Oh well, let's try another one though. And coming into the next chest of the night, we're going to get more bolt racks, which is actually going to be pretty good when we do get our range to 70. Only a few levels off of that, and then our Carol's crossbow will not be useless anymore. And coming up onto our third chest, we are going to get a loop half of a key. I think that might give me 2 halves so I can make a hole now. Either way, go back onto the fourth coming up chest. And the next chest to be opened now is going to give us... Ooh, Varric's Flail, actually. That'll be pretty nice. Although I have a Torag's Hammer and the Guthan's War Spear, I guess it won't be too useful for us unless we get the full set. Then maybe that'll be useful at Calvite Queen at lower levels, I suppose. Maybe. But nonetheless, another Barrows item to add to the collection. And going on to the fifth chest, I believe, on this run, and we're gonna get more runes. Still looking for that middle piece, the torso rather. Any Varric set will do for me, and then I'll probably be done with Barrows for a little bit. Coming up on our next chest, we are going to get more bolt racks. Alright, still on that hunt for the mid piece. And into our next chest, we are going to get... What do I get? I get nothing, apparently. There we go. Now I get nothing. I was like, wait a minute, I have to double click it. I'm not used to not having my person inside the chest there. Apparently I had Doric wandering around the room. But we get nothing. We'll go ahead and do one more before we end up going back to doing some more Slayer. And on to our last chest before we start off to go do some more Slayer. We are going to get more bolt racks. So we got a Varric's Flail for that run. Obviously a couple chests back, so not exactly a total loss, but no mid piece. And we'll go back to some more Slayer, possibly hit 79 tonight. So that's going to bring an end to Iron Invasion number 3. And as you can see from the background, we have some Barrows armor. So what my plan for the moment is to be starting a series where we will obtain all of those Barrows armors, while obviously also keeping track of some progress that we make with the account itself. So mainly small level ups will not be recorded, but major level ups will, i.e. probably like when I hit level 80, 90, stuff like that. Important levels, maybe levels that unlock certain things, or if I actually get decent achievements. I feel like if I'm recording too many small clips of me getting, oh, I got level 43 cooking, and 44, and 45, and 46, it gets very redundant. So I'm going to try to sum all that up into a smaller bit of a video, maybe not so lengthy at times, but in the meantime as well, I'll be going after all the Barrows pieces, which will be updating this chart-like thing in the background accordingly. So more videos of the Barrows challenge to come. And also, don't worry, there will be progress videos for those of you who actually like the progress videos as well. But all that being said, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, give it a like. If you guys did also, please consider subscribing. I will be making more of these in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.